Ah, Countess, everyone's favorite assassin right now. What can you do when someone is putting out this much damage? I mean, look at that. It's just ridiculous. Well, you know what? In this video, I'm going to show you. What is going on? I am Shadow, and if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the latest Paragon information. There's a lot of changes coming now that V42 is here, and I'm going to be right there with you every step of the way, keeping you updated on how to keep up with this crazy, ever-changing meta. And you know what? Countess is a very hot topic right now. A lot of you are struggling with her. A lot of you are hating on her. And let me know in the comments below what you think about my ideas of how to counter her, how you're struggling against her, and what you think overall. And maybe I can help answer some questions that this video may not answer. And you see here, my boy Evs54 is absolutely putting in work with Countess. And when when a Countess is doing this to you, it's hard to not feel like she is just completely broken. But the devs have already stated that she's not necessarily in the worst place. She doesn't have the greatest win percentages or performance in the higher elos, and hopefully this will let you guys know some ways that will really shut her down. And ultimately, you just want to never let her snowball and become as powerful as she can be. And the best way to do that is with some good hard CC and a couple different card pickups along the way that will just shut her down and keep her from ever becoming this unstoppable force that she seems to be right now. Okay, one of the best ways to stop a Countess is to stop her early. And in this clip, I chose Richter. I was running the support role, and Richter is a great counter to Countess. And one thing about Countess is she tends to use her Shadow Slip to get rid of your ranged minions. And you know what? When you're Richter, you can do what you're about to see right here. And that's pull her when she Shadow Slips into that ranged minion. And look at that. Now she's instantly below half health. And I did this throughout the entire round and really helped shut down this counter. She never had a chance to snowball. Never had a chance to really get a good advantage going for herself. And you know what, just shut down these assassins early. That's one of the best ways to deal with them. Shut them down early. Okay, something else you want to do as a counter to assassins is you want to shut them down. You want to have someone on your team that can shut them down, like a Richter or a Bellica or someone with a knock-up or a pull. And you see right here, this Countess, she knew she was dead, but she was probably about to take care of my Twin Blast. And we're going to go back just so you can see. This is exactly why I picked Richter for this match. And like I said, it doesn't have to be Richter. It can be Steel. It can be Bellica. It can be Decker, Narbash, someone with a knockup. But you see, she knows she's going to die, but we all know how strong Countess is. I mean, she's been farming now. She's level 12, and our carry is a level 8. So she was about to go in and ult him and probably be able to dump her load and possibly kill him, but with a supporter character on your team that can stop her out of this, you instantly render them ineffective. And you see here, just make quick work of her. So again, counter pick people that can shut down these assassins. And here we go. Here's another example of why Countess is actually relatively easy to counter. If you have someone with a stun or a pull, and I know this is another Richter clip, but you can see, like, she's an easy target really a lot of times. When she goes in to ult someone, we had a skirmish here and she was trying to come in and get our gadget. And she gets her ult off, but look, she's just sitting there. An easy target, very easy target. And again, we are just picking on this Countess, keeping her shut down. Now, there is not a lot of visibility, true, without just a massive wards everywhere, but I want to show you what you do have. You have your mini-map. Look up here, our Twin Blast is trying, take a look at Raptors, and he's trying to, we're thinking about ganking mid right here, because Twin Blast has the invis buff, but then you see Countess, we had visibility of Countess in lane on the mini-map. I'm just going to back up a little bit so you can see, we had a minion wave right there, so we knew where Countess was. So that is the only reason why our Twin Blast thought that he would go up there, since he was in Viz and we were possibly going to try to gank. But I want you to see something. As soon as he sees, see right there, he lost visibility of Countess because she wiped the minion wave. and she was leaving. Right there, no, we did not have wards. He didn't know Countess was going to come exactly his way, but he knew she was leaving lane, coming towards the jungle. So you know what? He decided to go ahead and get out. And that's just a smart play by the carry, by the Twin Blast. You can see him up there on the map, getting out. No, we don't have wards, but it's just map awareness, guys. The mini-map has a lot of information if you know how to read it right. Okay, now here's yet another example of a support helping defend against these assassins. You see we're trying to push an inhibitor, and Countess is there, so our Wukong goes ahead and steps out, but look, here's a Kalari, and she is about to melt him. But no, an alter and keep her locked down, take care of her, thanks to our carry sitting there, hitting her while I have her ult and while she can't move. And you see this Countess just gets actually wrecked by our Wukong, but still, another example that, you know what, yes, these assassins are putting out a ton of damage, but I mean, you can see right here, damage only does so much in this version. If you get stunned, you're done. I mean, she gets locked down and she just gets deleted. So play characters that offer some sort of stun, some sort of slow, some sort of root, a pull, heal through your squishier hero allies, something like that on an assassin with any kind of damage coming with the increased attack speed, and they're going to be a non-issue altogether. Okay, now another way to counter these assassins is stack some health. And you see here's our Wukong, and we do have Orb, but he has Godmother Vigilant on him. This Countess comes up to him, and I just want to go back to this. Now he ends up getting kind of gangbanged, but look at this. This Countess comes up to him and hits him with her wave and does almost nothing to him because of that extra health he has stacked on. And the reason, you might look at this and say, that's a Wukong, why would he build that way? But this team had a Countess, a Kalari, a Murdoch. They had 3 really strong sources of damage, and they had a Richter. So he knew that he was going to be facing some serious burst damage, and you know what? It's not an issue because he actually ended up stacking on a good bit of health. And he would have killed her here had he not got collapsed on. But even getting collapsed on, you see he has taken a good bit of damage before they finally do kill him. So, you know what? That's another option. Put on some health. It doesn't have to be straight damage. I mean, we ended up winning this game. Our Wukong did great. It doesn't have to be straight damage all the time. You can put on some health, and it's really effective against these assassins. Okay, and here's another example of what CC can do for your team. Not necessarily in locking down kills, but saving them. You see we try to push this tower and the team collapses, and there's a Seraph and a Countess right there on my Countess, but you see that CC was plenty enough time to allow her to get away and myself to get away perfectly fine. Richter misses hook. If he would have hooked me, I would have been in trouble, but still, again, CC shutting down the OP Countess. Okay, and here's just one final example, but still, we're trying to finish this game right here, and I see Countess is up, and you know what, they're all bunched up, so I get an ult off on the Countess and the Richter, and I'll bull rush both of them, and my Twin Blast just wrecks the Countess while she's sitting there with all the CC. Now, he did die, but we were able to clean them up pretty easy right here and win the game. So, again, another example. Let's just go back and look at how fast. You know what, we're going to look at this from the Countess's perspective. What happens to her when all this happens? And again, this is just CC keeping her unable to do anything. Like, there's a quarter of her health from my ult, and then I dashed her, or I bull rushed her again, and my Twin Blast just melts her before she can even react. She's gone. So the best way to counter Countess is hard CC, guys. This is what you want to do. Okay, guys, and the last thing we're going to look at is some cards that are really effective against Countess. And the first one we're looking at is Sleeper Agent. Silence target enemy for 3 seconds. The target takes 15% increased damage. Now, this is best picked up on your support, some casters, but you know what? Just look at the benefit this provides against Countess. If you are running Knowledge, really think about having this card in at least one of your decks, especially whenever you see a Countess. Bring this card out If you silence her for 3 seconds and she's left with nothing but her auto attack, she's a non-issue. She's already squishy, and you're going to delete her before she can get anything off on anyone on your team. Now, another popular card for Countess right now is Shadow Dancer, and an Invis Countess is terrifying. So you know what? Lamplighter is your answer. There's other options for visibility, but if you're running order, especially, just put this in your deck. It's 300 gold. It's extremely inexpensive, and you can buy them and drop them and go back and buy a couple more and drop them. I mean, it's just really, really easy visibility if you're running order. And again, with Shadow Dancer being so easy for so many characters to run, so deadly on someone like Countess, or even with Kalari with her Invis, strong as she is right now, make sure if you're order, find room in your deck to put this one card. That way, if they are an issue, you can get it and drop some more to help your team. Now here's another option if you're going to be building a little more tanky, especially with supports or junglers or some offlaners. Go with Godmother Vigilant. It gives you tremendous help and really helps absorb a lot of that damage that Countess is putting out. And the last one we're going to look at is Thorned Yomi. If you're running Chaos, consider putting a deck together that has this in it, just in case you do see a Countess or even a Kalari. When you activate Thorned Yomi, you return 65% of damage taken for 4 seconds. And for a Countess and a Kalari both, consider her too, but especially for a Countess, she's going to dump her kit on you in about 4 seconds, and she's going to try to get it off quick. So a lot of times she won't even realize that you've activated this. So if a Countess comes out yet, especially if she's a Viz, she may get one of her attacks off on you. But you know what? Activate Thorn Yomi as soon as possible, and you've actually got a good chance of flipping that fight around on her. It only gives you basic armor, so it's not going to help you against her ability damage, but still, reflecting 65% of the damage she's doing back to you is tremendous. But that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said before, leave in the comments below what you think about this. If you have suggestions of other ways to counter Countess, let me know. If you have questions or something I may not have covered, ask away. Give me a like, hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Until next time, Shadow out.